Sup everyone, Casual Talk here. In today's economy, you have people who cooks your food, essential workers that works as a team. You have the cashier, you have the waitress, you have the chefs, you have the management, the CEOs. All these people has an important role in order for their business to function properly. Each and every day, on a daily basis, there is a heavy stigma and jobs that are looked down on when it comes down to an essential worker. All the positions that I mentioned are essential workers. You have janitors, forklift drivers, truck drivers, pickers, auditors, logistics, trash cleaners, you name it. All of these are regular 9 to 5 economy jobs, economy positions. A lot of these jobs are even being hired from temp agencies or job agencies or career services, however you want to call them. These jobs are essential for society. They play a very important role because in the real world, without these jobs, the economy would cripple. Each and every day, people would judge you for working at McDonald's, make fun of you for working at Wendy's or Burger King. But these are the same people that shops there. These are the same people that orders from these restaurants. Even with Arby's, Applebee's, Olive Garden, all these major known companies, who are their workers? The economy, the people who has kids, who are in college, who are just trying to get by in life, who are in debt, who are just trying to make it, who are just trying to make it. Many of these businesses are failing. Many mom and pop businesses are no longer a business today. Many of these jobs and these companies today are taken for granted. You know why? Because ever since COVID-19 has hit the United States, essentially, many people are now looking at short-term contracts. They're looking at comfortable positions that grants them easier access to money. Basically, many people today does not value hard labor like that anymore. The older generation, it's not that they didn't have a choice to do these jobs. They chose to do these jobs because they had no other options. You have to think about it. In the 70s and 80s, what kind of jobs were people going to? There was no such thing as a YouTuber or influencer, web designer, tech. There was no such thing as many of these jobs. A work from home, or how everyone would say remote jobs, working remotely. The job market has changed the culture and the perception on how a lot of people sees jobs today. My current job, I'm just going to be real honest with you. I ended up quitting my main job for the newer weekend job that I have since it's higher pay. There's an opportunity that I got right now where I could work as much overtime as I can. And the price of this is because most people come and go and does not want to even take these type of jobs. And guess what kind of job I'm doing right now? an essential job. My job is to take out the trash and the garbage around the warehouse buildings. And not only that, being how big the fact that this warehouse is, I have to walk distance just to go out of my way to take out the trash, sweep, and mop when needed. I work for a contracting company by the name of LADEC for Mercedes-Benz. I feel comfortable being here because I know how big Mercedes-Benz is as a company. And like I said from the beginning of the video, they need the economy to work for them in order to function. Without the people, without the pickers, without the people who are assembling, putting the parts together for the vehicles, right? All these essential workers. Without them, there would be no Mercedes-Benz. There would be no cars being made. This is why do you think that it makes sense for people to look into AI to replace people? There's now a rise of fast food restaurants and fast food chains turn into cashless registers. Registers where you don't even require a person to check out your things. You just make your order and go. Sooner or later, I'm not going to be surprised in the future where instead of having actual people cook your food, you have machines or robots cooking your meals, cooking your orders, and you have a maintenance person or a tester to test the food, and that's about it. If they want to save money to cut cost and save a budget, I wouldn't be surprised if most companies like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, they go down this route. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. We are in a hyper-inflated economy, and if companies had the opportunity to cut so many people off of the workforce, they would do it. There is a crisis right now going on with so many people worrying about AI. If you go on YouTube, type in AI running people out of work, or AI is the reason people are losing their jobs. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. Certain jobs is going to be very difficult to replace, like doctors, lawyers, attorneys. You're still going to need people to make the right judgment and the right call, right? But I'm talking about for the essential jobs, like janitors, hotel cleaners, people who window cleans hotel windows, things like that. Everyone has a purpose and a role. Housekeeping. Those jobs are going to disappear. And it's going to even be harder for immigrants to come here in the United States to get those type of jobs, because if there's no access to these positions, because there's not going to be a need for people to replace these roles, what good is an immigrant or a person coming from a different country to try to make it? A lot of them has to get together with their family to make a business. And if there's robotic businesses, with how everything is going, they might not even make it. The future of America is scary. It's scary because so many people are living in La La Land, and they don't know what's going to happen 10, 20 years from now. They don't know what's going to happen to their jobs. There are people who are stuck depending on a company to get them to retire at a late age with no pension, no nothing. People seriously need to take their time to think about a career that is hard to be replaced and will be near impossible to even replace in the future. And I'll be making a video about that in the future as well, on why I'm pursuing my career in the healthcare field. It's a career. It's an on-demand job, and the fact that it's an on-demand, not even a job, it's a job but the type of job that it is is a career. Careers are more respectable than essential jobs, but essential jobs is what is needed to get everyone going in society. And I could just see a lot of businesses going bankrupt or even going out of business without essential workers. Essential jobs keeps the lights on. You don't know anyone's situation. I'm getting by on essential jobs right now. And it's what's keeping a roof under my head for my wife and I, our kids, to bring food to the table, to pay our light bill, to pay my phone bill, to pay my internet. All the money that I'm making comes from essential jobs. So whenever someone talks crap or looks down on people that are taking essential jobs or doing an essential job, you have the audacity to look down on a person because of this. You don't know what they're going through. You just don't know. People really needs to remember where they came from and be very humble and be thankful for the very things that they got, because the same way you could be making fun of someone because of the type of job that they're doing and it's benefiting you, the same way you could lose the things that you got and end up being an essential worker, just like the person you made fun of. That's why I am very careful of how I treat people and how I talk to people, because it is hard to even get by today in society. It's hard to get by. Life is not easy, especially if you're brought up in poverty and from poverty. Life is hard, but I know God got my back, as long as I got his back as well, as long as I don't turn from him. That's my faith. That's what I believe in. Like I said, essential jobs carries an important role in society. Without essential jobs, you don't have any janitors. Without essential jobs, there's no McDonald's. Without essential jobs, you don't have Olive Garden, Arby's. You don't have anything. What do you have? What kind of stores do you have? That's why with people who does customer service, I applaud them. I applaud them, because dealing with angry customers, Karens, and people screaming at you, harassing you, trying to get you fired, asking for the manager, that could be stressful. That could be really stressful. And I can understand why essential jobs is not really high in demand, because of the pay. If the pay was a lot better, people could stomach of certain essential jobs, but a lot of jobs that are essential is looking to be replaced, especially because of the pay. Walmart doesn't even pay their cashiers a lot of money. They don't even pay their workers over $20, $30 an hour. They don't. Their regular workers, the one who works the 9 to 5 Monday through Friday shift, they're not paying them a lot. They're not. It's sad that companies are going to move down this route. This is the reason why I am very careful of how I treat people. I'm an essential worker myself. I've done custodian jobs, warehouse jobs, cashiers, customer service. I know it. I know how it is. I know how it's like. If you have the opportunity to do something with your life out of an essential job, do it. Do what you can. Don't crap on anybody else for their hustle just to get by. You never know anyone's situation. Essential jobs is very important in today's society. That's why I don't crap on truck drivers. I don't crap on custodians, janitors, because I've been there too. A majority of people is not going to be rich. Majority of people, the economy, is working an essential job. It could be your brother. It could be your dad. your mom, you name it. Don't take these type of jobs for granted, because there could be a time where you hit rock bottom and you wish you had any job right now that you could take just so you could pay the bills and keep food on the table. That's all I got to say. This is Casual Talk here. Peace out. Let me know what you think.